So, hello and welcome. Whoa, we nearly never made it there. We went on and it said no live streaming, but lucky enough, here we are. So, welcome. And today we are going to just go through bringing it all together. Tomorrow's lesson is going to be on the crown chakra, which is the final chakra, and all of the 7 major chakras. And you'll be going through the normal lesson that I go through, and next week I'll do the meditation and also the posture work is the most important thing with that one is meditation. So let's just bring it all together before we go into finishing the journey through the chakras. The journey starts at the very beginning when we face a place in life where we start questioning there must be something more to life than this, and we start searching. And I think there's a lot of people going through that at the moment. There is so much happening in the world, and I think that you understand why we have to start at the beginning with yoga. It's a huge subject. We have to understand ourselves completely, our mind, our emotions, our body, all those things, and how to bring them all together. And I think it's been beautiful to see through all the different chakras where the emotions reside. And it'd be interesting to hear if any of you had issues of that and you related it back to a physical body ailment that was coming from an emotional issue and not from a physical. So yeah, if you'd like to let us know about that. And then, so just bringing it all together, the journey starts is when we go through a place of there must be more to life than this, than pleasure and pain, likes and dislikes, and all that kind of thing. And we want to get to understand our life. And we go through different avenues. We research, we look at everything that we can find, and we put together something that works out for ourselves, because as we said, only we know ourselves, what we're going through. So we're going to go just a little bit deeper into this. We started off with the base chakra, which was your issues of survival, security, stability. And as I said, I think a lot of people are experiencing problems with this at the moment. Everybody's all over the place. There's so much information coming out, which we were not aware of before. And it's creating a lot of feelings and all of that. And the most important thing is to be able to go to those emotions, let them move through us. And we're going to go through a little bit deeper now and dissolve them and come to forgiveness of ourselves and others. But as I said, the base was your survival. Then you had your sacral chakra, which had to do with emotions of lack or no money issues, those kind of things, creativity, and also independence, being able to stand on your own, not feeling that you had to have people around you or a tribe around you to be able to do something in life, but to be able to work with yourself also. We then move through the solar plexus chakra, and the lower 3 have to do with the more physical side, and that had to do with our self-confidence, our willpower, our belief in ourselves. The heart, throat, and third eye chakra starts going through more the energy side and coming to terms with this. Now, the crown chakra that we're going in through is we saw that there are different energies in all these levels that we have to work with. If we understand that all of these energies are coming back from the subconscious mind, we're being given a way to look at life. And I did a little podcast or a little reel for one earlier this week. And basically what I said in it is that we're born onto the planet where we have a mind. The mind is the bridge to our freedom or to our soul. But our minds have been captured. They've been taken away. They've been taken control of. We've been taught what to think, how life works, how it doesn't, what to say, how to say. And all of it is just from pure perception. Going back to when I was a child, I was told that at school by a teacher that I'm never going to amount to anything. I'm just a dreamer, a daydreamer. And if I look at that back now, that has created a lot of how can I call it? It created a lot of low self-esteem and all that kind of thing. But it was just a story that was told to me. It wasn't real, because if I wasn't the dreamer that I am, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. So it's just things, ways that we were taught and told. For argument's sake, if we go back to more psychic scars from child, and they call some scatters, but in yoga, we call them psychic scars in English, and it means scars that have been left on the psyche from emotional things that have happened. Now, if you think of a child who goes through, in my day, many, many years ago, where their parents go through a divorce and everybody's talking about them and they're saying, oh, they come from a broken home and some people are nasty to them, that child picks up a perception that they're being nasty to me because I come from a broken home. Now, in today's world and the way we see things, a broken home isn't the end of everything and you're not good enough and you're not going to make it in life, not at all. It could come from a decision of, and it could be a better way to be, because if there's a lot of contention, fighting and everything else in that house, that is not a right environment for a child to grow either. They always take on everything as it's their fault. So today that we know that, and there's many people that are divorced today, but in those days it was a program put into our mind and it was in our subconscious and we carried it the whole way through our life, which gave us our outlook to life, how we see and how we react. And it's all those things. This is the importance of the journey of going through the whole of yoga, through each chakra. Now you understand why I had to go through the very beginning stages before I got to the actual techniques to use, because when you're using those techniques, if you don't understand what they're for and how they work, you just stop doing the practice. So it's very important that you understand yourself on a dimensional level, and that's why we started off and went all the way through. So after the chakras, yes, we're going to be going into the techniques, but we're going to have a deeper understanding of why we're doing them. Okay. So yeah, just coming back to that child. So those are the issues that you carry. We've had hundreds of those statements thrown, and they're all perceptions. Some of them come from superstition, some of them come from all sorts of things. If we look at cultures and tribes, they all live together, they all eat differently. Some eat with their hands, others eat with knives and forks. It's just a way that they've been brought up. And if we can drop all of those experiences or look into other cultures, we can all come to understand each other better. Now, this is what so we move from the lower all the way up to the higher, and when we get to the crown chakra or shashara, that is all about it's preparing us to move into the observer mode. It is the chakra for which you're going to learn in Monday's lesson. Is the chakra is for understanding differently, knowing, and also understanding, knowing, and why have I gone blank? Anyway, we'll get back to that. So it's the mind is running on a commentary all the time. And we have to come to a place where we still the mind, not empty it, so that we can be aware of those comments that are happening. We can go to the chakra that's involved. We can work on that chakra and work through that issue and come to terms with how we may have taken the perception incorrectly. And the new program that we want to put in, we can dissolve those and let them go into the past and move forward with a new outlook. So it's basically all the chakras are running with different energies in them, and they're creating a vibration, and we're putting them out into our energy field, and that's what we're attracting back to us. So this is why we want to go through that journey of cleansing. And I'm not saying that if we cleanse each chakra, that's us, we're done. There are times in life where things will be thrown at us again, and we may have to go back to the solar plexus chakra if it's got to do with self-esteem or whatever it is. So what we want to do is we want to sit with each thing that comes up. Now, here in the teacher's training, I go through each and every chakra, and I go through cleansing past trauma, okay? I can't do that online, but the yoga nidras that I've done are brilliant. If repetition is done, it will work eventually. I can't do that online because what I'm doing is I'm going into the subconscious and we're calling on the subconscious to bring back all the way from birth to now any feelings or emotions that may have created a situation. And some of them may be as little as being as lost in the park, or parents going through a divorce, or whatever it is, to more harsher, losing a parent or both parents when you're young. And we call for those memories to come back up so that we can release them, put in a new outlook, release them and let them go. Now, if you looked at the series where it actually explained what you need to know about Yoga Nidra. That is why you have to have somebody present that understands the subconscious mind, because some people may go into hyperventilation, some people may go into excessive crying and wailing, and you've got to have a person present that knows the subconscious mind, that will guide them through it, bring them back to calmness, let it pass through, and let it be released, okay? So that's basically, and once you've learned those techniques, you can do it all for yourself. And that is why I'm saying it is so important to take this. I went on teachers training to learn how to heal myself, to learn how to work with myself, and to be able to continue doing it throughout my life. No matter what popped up and what things were thrown at me, I was able to always go back. We are all human. Things are going to come up. We are going to have an emotional experience. It's what we do, and I'm going to go into techniques much later on, where at the end of the day, before you go to sleep, you run the day through your mind, because we've been clearing chakras all the time and old traumas, and you see if there's anything that could have created a new trauma, and you work with it that night to let it go. So yes, some things can come up in the day. We can lose it a little bit, but it's okay, because we know we're going to clear at night. And if you're working with that constantly, and this is why I say the cleansing of the mind and emotions is as important as the physical body. We cannot smell them like we do the physical body if we do not clean it, but it's creating a lot of havoc in our life. So yeah, just going back to that, and then so it's all a perception that we get from something that's said to us that's small, and those are the things that we want to release, because we're realizing that a lot of the perceptions, a lot of the traditions, a lot of the things that were told to us aren't actually even facts anymore. And there's a lot of things that we're facing that we need to work through to get our emotional freedom, okay? So yeah, it's just hundreds and thousands of years of programming, and a lot of them have to do with blame, guilt, shame, all those kind of things, fear. And the other one is attachment, where we get attached to certain thoughts, where we get attached to lifestyles, where we get attached to things that we think make us feel better, but they're actually outside ourselves. We have to get down to the bottom root and go to the emotions that are stored, and just gently dissolve them, work with them, and release them one by one. Okay, so just coming back to it, once we come to the crown chakra, and that is the last chakra, that is where we come to a place where we move into the eyes of the observer, of the soul, and we see life through the soul's eyes. We then realize that life is an illusion, which in yoga they call Maya, and we come to truth. We drop our differences and we come to truth, and that is we are all one. Okay, everything's just been made up. So the way I teach my children that is, it's very sweet, the little enlightened super souls. I always say to them, we've got a little song that we sing where I say, I am a human being, I'm not a human doing. You are creating your life through what you are being. So we sing on further and we say, so I choose to be love, I choose to be peace, I choose to be kind, and all those beautiful things. I choose to live with respect and all those beautiful things. And that is exactly the whole secret to life. It's not what you're doing, it's what you are being. You're a human being. What are you being in your emotions, in your state of mind at any point in time? Yes, we do have to be doing things in the world, and lots of people say, Jen, you run around here like crazy, you're cooking, you're doing this, you're doing that, and everything else. But so you are doing, and I say, yes, I am doing, but it's what I'm being when I'm doing it. When I'm cooking, I go into meditation. I give gratitude for the food. I bless it, okay? It's in being all the time. So I hope that's brought a little bit of clarity to you. And just understanding the chakras, the different emotions, which parts of the body it works with, and how to work through them. And yes, by doing just the yoga nidras that we've done, it's not the deep clearing of past traumas, but it will definitely work if you keep repeating. And as I said, next week, the following week, and so on, we're going to go into the exercises, the techniques, the food for the mind and emotions, and all the different things that we can be doing. So yeah, have we got any questions out there? No questions out there? Okay, great. So I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you're enjoying all the work and discovering all about your multidimensional self and about who you are and how we can get through life and its challenges and looking at everything that's happening without fear, but bringing love to it, forgiveness to ourselves and others, and just focusing on healing ourselves. I wish you a beautiful week, and tomorrow I'll post the crown chakra, and I'll see you next week. Have a beautiful week. Bye-bye.